Hi there, Aquarius. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 5th of September. You need to feel that there's a sense of unity, trust, and confidence around your friendships and associations. Of course, you know that the world's not perfect, and sometimes you have to rub along with people who are not necessarily your cup of tea. You don't have to rub along with them in your inner circle, however, and that's the telling message of this week. Venus, the planet of love, is in a part of your horoscope which makes the truth-seeking side of your nature really come to life. But it connects with Saturn, your traditional ruler, in your sector of friendships and your long-term future. So why should you connect with anyone who doesn't fit the standards that you feel are so important? And really the question is being asked more than anything because of a very rocky angle between the Sun, in a very deep and passionate part of your scope, and Mars, which is in your sector of friendship too. So I think if you're in any circle of friends or group dynamic where it feels people are clingy, a little bit of oppressive of your individuality, don't meet those expectations you have in terms of your values, or there are undercurrents or politics or financial issues which make you feel less than comfortable, you may have to think very carefully about whether you continue to take part. And with Mercury tracking backwards still in your sector of this very intense area, the 8th house, it could see certain elements of your life almost come to a close, but others almost be recrystallized in a new and much more profound but positive way. If this does happen, it's really important to be completely philosophical about it. The angle forged between the Sun and Pluto this week suggests something might be dying in your world, but it can be replaced by something so much more profound, so much more meaningful, and so much more substantive. It's as if you need to get rid of all the trivia in your life, but that doesn't mean to say you can't be the same quirky and fun person you often are, but it's really applying that to the right situations and people, and having that sense of trust and that connectedness that's really meaningful for you is really what I think the planets are asking you in particular this week. If you're fortunate enough to have that connection, one tie could grow in a very important way, could take a big step forwards. This could be with someone who's a bit different to you. It may be someone who comes from a different culture or a different background or even lives in a different area. But the key is what you have in common, and that can be a sense of similar values, and that can really bind you together. Be guided by that in your love life as well. But if you are talking about any business matters this week, I think just be conscious that the more principled or more idealistic way that you like to approach things is not necessarily how the world works. And that clash between the Sun and Mars and the quarter moon on Friday are all going to be emphasizing this. But there is the arrival of Jupiter on Friday in your sister air sign of Libra. And Jupiter's going to be here for the next year. Over the last year, he has been working his way through an area which he's not so comfortable in. That doesn't mean to say he hasn't been good for you, and I do feel that you may well have had some good fortune over the last 12 months. But moving into the sign of Libra, it really chimes with you and how you like to lead your life much more sweetly. Jupiter in Libra is about justice, it's about fairness, it's about working in a balanced way, it's about growing your world through an expansion of how it is. And if you're a very fixed orientated Aquarius person, which often is the case, the duality you have in your sign with Saturn, the ruler, the traditional ruler, seeing you having a real appreciation of traditionality, your roots, and holding on to the things that make you feel comfortable. But those things can also stop you really embracing the more radical side of your nature, which comes from Uranus. And I think that Jupiter's going to be pushing you to be much more experimental over the next year, traveling a lot more, pushing yourself out of those comfy environs that perhaps have become a little stale and a little bit too predictable. So this is a very exciting climax to what Can be a challenging week, but it's all clearing the way for something much more exciting and much more profound. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.